Hi everyone. So my name is Vishnu. I'm a CARS tutor and I'm making these videos based on my experience as a CARS tutor. And this is going to be like an intro video telling you a little bit about me and kind of how to use the stuff that's on this channel. So, and in terms of who I am, my name is Vishnu. I took the MCAT back in August of 2021 after I graduated from college. And so I started tutoring CARS about like maybe a month or two afterwards. And so it's been about, I would say, a year and a half of tutoring. So this is kind of like my CAR score for full transparency. And then in terms of the folks and kinds of students that I've worked with, I don't have data from when I first started out, so I'll share some data and numbers from December 2022, which is kind of when I picked up CARS tutoring again after a short break. So since then, I've roughly tutored about 50 students in individual sessions. So that's where I'll kind of sit down with them, go over strategies, that kind of stuff. And then since then, I've been tutoring about 20 to 25 students consistently, either on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And many of them see an average of 1 to 4 point increase in CARS. It's a bit of a spread, but it really depends on the student. Again, how much kind of time they have to study, a bunch of different factors, but this is what I found. It's kind of the increase I've observed both with their actual test scores as well as kind of like their practice tests. And the student population I've worked with is really huge. So we have students still in undergrad, we have folks in their gap years, non-traditional students, so students who are kind of like in adulthood, have kids and have families. I've also worked with folks whose English is their second language and kind of figured out some stuff that helps with that. And then also folks who have accommodations from the AMC, whether it's for something like ADHD and ADD, or even some kind of reading or learning disability. So the tips that I have to offer hopefully work for a very large variety of people and are kind of reflective on the experiences that I have. So, yep. And so kind of how to use the videos on this channel is I really try to make strategies for every kind of student. So I know that a lot of times I get the question of, oh, what did you try out? I'll be sharing some of the things that I tried out, but so many of the strategies that I offer in this channel are kind of like for a number of different types of students that I've worked with. So it'll be a combination of what worked for me, but also what worked for maybe like 20 to maybe 30 students that I've worked with. So really what you should be doing for each strategy as you're trying it out is give it a shot for a few days and then give it a shot for a few passages every day, because ideally you want to see if the strategy works for you timed and untimed. And you want to give it a chance to experiment, because every strategy I cover is not really going to fit every single person. The reason why I'm offering a variety is so that you can figure out what works for you and what doesn't. You're also very welcome to modify the strategies as you see fit. And I'm also really welcome to like feedback and ideas in the comment section, because that always helps me come up with better stuff for you guys and for students. And really, when you're done trying out a bunch of strategies and seeing what you like and what you don't like, then you can figure out what combination works for you. And so how many strategies should you use? There is no right number. Some people like to use 1, some people like to use 2, some people like to use 3. There's no set number of strategies that you should use. And if anyone tries to sell you on that, it's probably not reflective of the real truth of the matter, because everyone reads and comprehends differently. Really, you should be using as many strategies that will help you fix some of the weaknesses that you have in CARS. So that's kind of the general overview of that. And kind of how to support this channel. Please subscribe, because that would be really huge and help me out. Commenting new feedback and kind of ideas will help me come up with, hey, what do people want in a video? Or how can I make these videos better for people? Share these videos with friends, especially because finding people and reaching people, making sure that they have access to free resources is really what my goal is with this stuff. So that would help. And also donating. I'd appreciate any kind of donation, even if it's like $1 or $2. It'll go really far and kind of help me keep making these videos, especially because I'll continue being a student and whatnot. But I also understand that financial restraints are a real thing for students. So any small donation helps. And if you cannot donate, that's totally fine. Please subscribe, please share, or even just share your thoughts and ideas. I appreciate any of that feedback. So hopefully these videos are helpful. And yeah, go get started on learning how to ace the CARS section.